Hello, this is Demonocalypse, and today I am going to talk Skysaga Infinite Isles. Now, I'm having a bit of an existential crisis with this game due to the updates seem to be coming rather slowly, and it seems like it takes way too long to get a blueprint for anything. Primarily the fact that most blueprints cost 20 to 30 in-game currency. 20 to 30,000 in-game currency. Sorry about that. And you can maybe get approximately 5 to 7,500 currency by going on the high-level missions. That still leaves you with 5 hours of gameplay or 5 hours of grinding to get a single blueprint, which I see as an issue. I had commented this on the forums, and no one else seems to see it as an issue. Um, and well, I the risk reward for the high end missions just isn't enough. I've been on 3 so far, and it's just like, okay, lots of enemies, loot chests. Loot chests contain absolute garbage. Why the fuck would I do this? Because literally, I got nothing in the loot chest that I couldn't already get just by either crafting it myself or sorry, it's very humid here and it's messing with my sinuses. Um, Everything in the loot chest I could craft myself or get from a chest in the lower end mission, so there was no point in going on the high range dangerous missions. There's absolutely no point, unfortunately. Um, but yeah, I mean, go to the social hub. And what's really silly is that some of the blueprints are actually more expensive than the what's the word I'm looking for? Than actual pieces of clothing. It's just like, okay, this has been made with materials and everything, and it was difficult to make. Why is it less expensive, or more expensive, less expensive, yeah, than some of the blueprints? Now, there was a patch recently that addressed some shop issues, but certainly not the prices, unless I completely misconstrued what that said in there. Come on, load. Let's just pop over to the shop section over here. Okay, let's see. You're a resource seller. Okay, here we go. 15,000 for a large totem recipe. And so far, I've only gathered, well, approximately 9,000. I did buy a blueprint earlier that was, for some reason, really bloody cheap. I can't remember exactly what it was. If memory serves, it was a window pane. Or like a steel encased glass pane. It was a window. I've been using those a little. But 15,000. So even if I got 5 to 7,000 in a game, that still leaves 3 hours of grinding for one blueprint. Then I have to grind the resources for it. And that's not even the worst of it. 30,000, 30,000, 40,000? I'm sure this stuff looks good, but why the heck do I have to grind for 8 hours for a blueprint? It makes no sense. Okay, and then you got deeds. 50,000 for a deed? I mean, come on! This stuff used to be free in loot chests. Why the hell did you guys remove it? Oh yeah, that 50,000, 50,000? Okay, so that's 10 hours of grinding for a single blueprint. I'm sorry, but I see that as an issue. If no one else sees that as an issue, you guys gotta get your freaking financial calculators checked. More deeds. Now these are the only things that are reasonably priced. Just the keystones. That's the only thing reasonably priced in this game. Well, I won't say that. Okay, so most of the finished, well, The materials traders are fairly priced. The keystones are fairly priced. Everything else is fucking expensive. And considering how little um, armor has to do with actually being able to just play the game, sure, it helps, but is it necessary? No! Then why the hell is it so damned expensive? I don't know, like, it's just fucking expensive, I'm sorry. 10 hours of grinding for one blueprint. Blueprint. I mean, okay, well, do I have any dark hearts left? I can't even remember. Where were you? Yeah. Neither of these is impressive. People just look at my base, how it started off. It's just like, okay, what are you going to do with it? Okay. So, I'm not sure what they're going to do. Because right now, with how expensive everything is, it almost feels like they want to set up a cash shop where it's like, hey, give us $10 and we'll give you the money you need to buy this. It's just like, no, dear God, no. If it was $1 for 100,000 in-game currency, maybe. Otherwise, it just seems like they're trying to cash grab on something, and we have not seen a single bit of how the real money economy in this game is going to work, unfortunately. Okay, so one dark heart, that's not enough. And like the higher level dungeons and everything don't seem to actually contain better shit for me, unfortunately. I've been on quite a few different adventures, both with friends and by myself on light and mediums, and it just doesn't seem like I can find anything really of use that I can't just find down a normal mission digging in the ground. I mean, sure, there are higher loot chances with certain things, unfortunately, but it just doesn't feel like I'm getting what I paid for with blueprints. It just doesn't make sense to me. But to some people, it's got to make some sort of sense, or else they wouldn't be defending it. But it's just freaking expensive. And right now, that's what's killing the game for me. I have made zero progress. Between the fetch quest, like the fetch quests for the freaking Settlers Guild are goddamned idiotic and boring and stupid and shit. I'm sorry. The Adventurers Guild is okay. It makes some sort of sense. It inspires you to go and look for crap on the goddamn boring adventures. And then, like, I can't even play PvP because of the freaking lag. Everything's moving, like, jumping around, warping around, and it's just impossible to play. I'm just jumping around here because I have nothing. I literally have nothing to do in game. Um, but the questing got better only in the Adventurers Guild, but then they separated everything out into the different guilds, and it's just like, no! No, one guild where you actually, like, I get experience for handing shit with the Settlers Guild. I get experience for handing shit into them and building stuff here. I'd rather just be building stuff here with the materials I gathered. I don't want to give you guys jack shit. And the Adventurers Guild, yeah, like I said, it makes sense. That's what you're supposed to do in this kind of game. The PvP guild, the Gladiators Guild, or whatever the heck it's called, like, I can't do anything with that. I don't want to do anything with that. It's just not something I enjoy at all. Especially in a game with as many netcode issues as this. I mean, there's two ways for them to fix the issues I'm having with the blueprints. Put them back in the damned loot chests like you had in the previous version, or there's a second choice that I'm gonna actually post a link to it in the description. One person just suggested that we be able to bring along blank blueprints that we can craft ourselves, and then use those blueprints on objects and adventures. And then it's like, oh, I learned how to make this. I learned how to make that. I'm not exactly sure the exact mechanics we'd go with that. If you just use the blueprint on it, or you carry the blueprint around and you destroy a certain X amount of them, and you finally learn how to make them. Either way works fine with me. I think because of for progression's sake, that it'd be better if it was destroy X amount of this object. But that's just me. Hopefully the blueprinting gets fixed in some patch soon, because right now I have very little desire to play this game beyond just building, and that can get quite boring, unfortunately. Especially since there's the only way to get anything that looks interesting is to get blueprints. The only way to get blueprints is to grind for 10 hours for a single god dang blueprint. But not everyone agrees with me. And that's understandable. We're all our own people. Um, yeah, that's the end of the blueprinting discussion. I'm still kind of thinking about what to do with my base. I'm going to add a second story to that thing over there. Still have to start that building over here. And then I'm going to like extend the second story over here and then do the same thing on the other side as well. I just wish I could get some blueprints from loot chests. That way there's another point in going adventuring. Also, I wish we could make like Minecraft stepping stone plates, wooden plates, stone plates, so that you could just walk up to a door and it'd open automatically. Either that or change the pickup button to something different from the operate button. Yeah, extend it out to here and extend the lower wing and the upper wing and have a pathway going back here. It's a lot of entrances though. Let's make a wall here, I guess. I'm thinking too much. Anyways, this has been Demonocalypse with current issues I'm facing in Skysaga. The reason why I don't want to play. Man, it's still it's for me it's slightly more enjoyable than Minecraft, but I may go back to Minecraft simply because there's more mods coming out. Immersive engineering looks fantastic and just up my alley. The supply chains in this game are, to say it simply, stupid. Stupidly simple. And some people like that. Personally, I think they should be a bit longer for some of the more advanced items. But no, everyone's like, no, we don't want ingots. We don't want alloying. We want everything as simple as possible because we're morons. I apologize for anyone that I actually sound like. Anyways, this has been Demonocalypse. I thank you for watching. Hopefully, this gets fixed soon, because quite frankly, I just don't want to play this anymore. I mean, the building is great, but I can do that in Minecraft. Since I already own that, and it's finished-ish, and has mods that expand the gameplay, I'll probably just move back to that, unfortunately. Bye.